Hey everybody, Logan here. Today, I'm bringing you something. It's funny because people have been asking for this. I honestly didn't think so. I thought it was just a really cool addition from PowerA, and they reached out and said, hey, you want to cover this? We know how much you love our Xbox stuff. And I'm like, of course I do, especially with GTA 6 coming out, being set in Miami. I was born and raised in Miami. I don't live there anymore, but I was born and raised. I know every place that you see in that trailer. It's based on real places, and I've been to most of them. So when I saw this, I was like, this is Miami, this is GTA Vice City, this is GTA 6 written all over it. So I definitely jumped at it. Now, PowerA has two collections that kind of fit that Miami vibe thing. First one is the Beach Vibes, and the other one is going to be Moonlit Palms. We're going to get into that in another video. I don't think I would be able to serve all these products justice, cramming them all into one. So today we're going to focus on the Beach Vibes. We got the wireless controller as well as the LS10. Now, if you guys want to know strictly about performance, I'll link my original videos covering the initial releases of these products from their original, I guess you can say, standard colored variants that I've covered. But today we're focusing on some of the most awesome gear getting you ready for GTA 6. At least that's how I'm looking at it, because this is really GTA 6. I mean, come on, look at it. If not, if you just like the beach and you want a game, you got that too. Here we go. We've got both of them right next to each other. This is the PowerA Advantage wireless controller, of course, with all the great Hall effect stick goodness. And then we have the LS10, the value yet solid headphones. To be honest, when I originally covered these, I was not expecting headphones at this low of a price to be this good of quality. And you guys know I've recently become more of a snob when it comes to the headphones because of what I've been using, you know, such as the new ones, such as Razer's Kraken V4 Pro, as well as the Black Shark V3 Pro. So I'm used to some pretty good headphones, and you know what? These actually blew me away. I was like, wait, how? Especially with PowerA's new line, the LucidSound. I think this is a good attempt. And, you know, it's not just an attempt. They went, here, hold my beer, and now let's make it cheap. And I was like, okay, I was really taken aback. Now, like I did mention before, there's the Moonlit Palms. That's these two, but we're going to take a look at those in another video, just because this video is just going to get way too long and will not do the others justice. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn that bell on for notifications so you know when I put the next one out. So how about we take a look at the controller first, then we will look at the LS10. So again, if you want performance, I'll definitely link the original videos, because I've been using this one for quite some time in its original forms, from the Pac-Man to the Borderlands and even the Fusion Wireless. Fantastic. That is the higher end one. This is the more entry level version, but with still a lot of great perks. And let's move this to the side. So let's open you after we take a little closer look at the box. Wireless Bluetooth, Hall effect sticks, mappable buttons, that nice beach vibey color. And if you look, it's pretty much the same. Now people are going to ask, so what kind of wireless? Do you need a dongle? Yes, you need a dongle. I actually have the PowerA hub, the USB hub, so I can have more than one dongle controller plugged in at a time, and no, they do not interfere. So you don't have to worry about that. If you have one controller plugged in via the dongle on the console, you can still plug in up to 4 more on that USB hub, and that's what I have. So I've had 2 PowerAs, I had a Razer, and I had a GameStar all plugged in at the same time. All wireless, no issues, so keep that in mind. You do have that option, and things will work beautifully. So, all right, there you go. How about we open it? There we go. Now, one thing I really will say thank you to PowerA for doing, besides sending me these awesome peripherals, is switching to less plastic. I'm sorry. After unboxing so many controllers, the plastic, there's just a lot of garbage on the inside. And I like the fact that they still switch to a packaging that can protect the controllers, but uses a lot less waste. So that's pretty nice. Just like this controller. Nice matte feeling. Solid D-pad just like before. Nice anti-friction Hall effect sticks. Nice membrane buttons. 4 flappy paddles. Programmable button. 2-stage trigger locks. That's pretty nice. And then down here you have wired, Bluetooth, or a dongled mode, depending on how you want to connect it to your console. Now this one is the reset button, so once you program everything, or if you're having some kind of issue, you just hit the reset button. It happens sometimes. Honestly, what I tell people to do, just download the app for PowerA on your Xbox, and then you can just map everything there. It makes life extremely easy. You don't have to use the program button, but you can do it through there as well. The app just makes life a lot easier. Yeah, some people are going to say those colors are a little almost Eastery. You know what? I think that's almost Eastery. It's a nice pastel. It's very clean, but it still reminds me of a sunset. So, and that's kind of the whole gist of it. And it is very beachy, if you will. Ooh. Can you guys hear that? They've gotten quieter. They've actually made the flappy paddles on the back quieter. That's nice. That is nice. A nice little attention to detail. And then you got the dongle. I do like the fact that the button's a different color. That is nice. I know it's a little silly thing, but you've got a white Type-C to Type-A cable. That's for charging. Now, if you want, there are all the instructions. Shows you how to sync it with the console, how to map your buttons as well. You got the user manual, but honestly, like I said, just download the app on the Xbox. It's the easiest way to do it. You don't have to worry about any of that. Same thing if you're running it on your PC, you just download the app. Makes life a lot easier. But PowerA offers higher end stuff if you want, like the OPS line for PC. I would go with that unless you want the colors on this. This is great because it's wireless for Xbox. This is going to be the best way to go. Alrighty, so let's scooch that over and take a look at our headset. Okay, I can't get a good... Let me scooch you. There we go. Better. Ultra lightweight frame, quick access audio, custom tuned 50mm drivers. That's probably why it sounds as well as it does. I've used other headsets in the past, back in the day, I would say Xbox One era, that had smaller drivers and they were significantly more expensive. What was that one that I used to use? What was the wireless one that was big back in the day? It wasn't Turtle Beach. Sheesh, I don't remember. But I had those for a while, and honestly, these sound better than that. Wow, this is gonna bother me. I can't remember who the brand was. I know I had, was it? Oh God, this is gonna bother me. I'm old, so I'm losing all my memories. That's what happens when you get to my age. There you go. More of the same stuff, but pretty and fancy box. Let's open it. There you go. That's actually pretty nice. Now, when I reviewed these initially, I was a little skeptical because yes, they're lower end on their tiers. They do have a newer one that they recently released, and I'll be bringing that to you as well, the LS500. And this is their, I guess you could say, their entry level. So you're going to be like, well, it feels a little, yeah, because it's the price that you're paying. But in terms of build, it might feel that way, but it isn't. On the head, it's actually very comfortable and rather sturdy. So I know it doesn't look like it is, but it's one of those looks can be deceiving thing. So again, like I said, originally I was skeptical because of how it felt. I was like, all right, sound is actually pretty good, and it still holds up. This is actually one of the ones that I just grab if I'm playing online and any of my higher end ones are not charged. My wireless one is my go-to wired. I don't bother looking for a wired headset or the wire for any of my other headsets. I grab this, and it's my blue one, and it just sounds good, and I don't have to worry about it. Now, depending on the third-party controller you're using, when you plug this in to the bottom of the controller, some wired ones will give you a static feedback, so keep that in mind. What I usually tell people, if you're someone who uses a wired controller, go with a wireless headset. But most people, if you're going with a wired controller, or sorry, a wireless controller like this, you would just plug it in and you won't get that feedback because you don't have that wired. Don't know why that's the thing these days, but honestly, it happened. I think the only time I ever got wired feedback was when I was using it with a GameSir controller. So that kind of gave me a bit, but when I was using it with another PowerA controller, it wasn't. So yeah, results might vary. But whenever I used it with my PowerA wireless controllers, no issue whatsoever. So, but there you go, a little tidbit, and that looks really nice together. I would definitely recommend this. So if you're looking for a quality combination that matches, ain't gonna break the bank, and looks great if you're playing through Grand Theft Auto 6 or going back and even playing maybe some Vice City. Can you play Vice City on Xbox? Is it backwards compatible? Actually, I don't remember. Let me know. Drop it in the comment section below if you've been playing it on there, or if you know if it's backwards compatible. If not, just play some GTA or play some, you know what? Use this to play Forza Horizon 6. No, we're not in Japan, but it's still pretty nice. So again, thank you, PowerA, for reaching out and sending me this awesome combination. And again, if you guys want to see the Moonlit Palms variation coming up, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn that bell on for notifications so you know. In all honesty, these are great controllers. I've been enjoying them myself. The Pac-Man one stays in my regular rotation. Honestly, this will probably replace it just because I want to use this for the long term so I can answer questions if my wife doesn't steal it from me, because she loves purple. She really liked these colors and went, ooh, and I was like, don't you think about it. But if she asks for it, I can't say no. But there we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. And if you were wondering, this is why it took this video so long to come out, because I was waiting for the headset to arrive. So there you go. So for those of you who asked, now you know. Again, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button. God bless each and every one of you. Like what I always say, be legendary. Thanks again.